Welcome to season 2 of the Rebel Ren series. We're kicking off this season with a bang by sitting down with the one and only Richard, the director of global marketing for Enya Music. Now, I know this is our first remote podcast, so please bear with us if there are any technical hiccups. We're still figuring this whole thing out, but don't worry, we'll iron out the kinks and hopefully we can have Richard back on the show again soon. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with him about Enya Music, their vision, and of course, those amazing guitars. If you haven't checked out our Rebeltech channel, make sure to watch our first impression and unboxing video of the Nova Goose Sonic electric guitar. It is a game changer. The reason I wanted to do this podcast is to help you connect with the brand on a deeper level. It is more than just watching an ad. Enya Music has an incredible team and leadership, and I wanted to give you a glimpse into that. One more thing before we dive in, all episodes of season 2 will premiere exclusively on the YouTube Music app, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. After a few days, we'll release the episode on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, and other platforms. So this is Rebel Ren series, a different kind of show compared to our main Rebeltech channel. Here, we're all about inspiration, entrepreneurship, and business. So let's get started.
And I'm honored to have you on this podcast season 2. So, Richard, please intro yourself.
Okay, my name is Richard, and I'm leading the global marketing team of Enya Music, and it's actually my first time doing podcast live. I've been through some, video conference calls. This is actually the first time for a podcast, so I'm excited as well.
And it's not nerve wracking, yeah?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been through several video conference calls. I think it's something like that, but the question is going to be much deeper, deep dive in some topics. I think that's the difference. Basically, it's a video call. If you
Yeah.
take it that way.
Yep. So, yeah, the reason why I doing this is because content creators, we do get sponsorship from brands like yourself, from like
Yeah.
Enya or so and so. And usually we'll be, chatting via email, reply
Yeah.
to your emails, you reply us back, and then you send us the product, and then
Yeah.
we do the video. That's it. What I'm doing is trying to do something different. So I want to bridge that gap. Like you're not just my sponsor. We're
Yeah.
trying to build that relationship. And yeah, I got this idea, I think a month back. And I was like, should I do this? And then, okay, let's why not try as Julia, I think your colleague, and then
Yeah. Colleague.
see how it goes. And then when Julia say, yeah, sure, and you'll be on board. And I was like, all right, let's try to do this. And then it's good,
Completely.
it's a good thing as well. So the audience out there, they know you guys just by the product. But at the same time, I want them to know the people behind it. All right. That's why I'm doing this. I'm going to be very honest. I've never heard of Enya before until I think 2 months back.
It's
I
okay.
saw this video on TikTok, the guy from Indonesia playing this guitar, which is the
Mm,
Nova Goose Sonic. And I
it-
was like, yeah. And I was like, pardon my French, I'm like, holy shit, what the hell is that? I'm
yeah.
like, this is something new.
Yeah.
But then
Totally.
I was like, okay, never mind. So I was like, okay, why not? I play guitar, but my channel is tech. And how do I have this synergy with music and tech?
Tech, yeah. That's what we do.
Yes,
We bring music and tech together and
together.
create this product, this Nova Go guitar.
I was like discussing with my partner and was like, is it possible for me to do a review of a guitar on this channel? My channel is not the biggest, it's still growing.
Right.
And I was like, okay, you need to take risks. That's where me and Julia, we were like going back and forth. And I was like, damn, I'm so excited to like finally, music is in my blood. But
Yeah.
it's just that, growing up and now I'm a daddy, you don't have time to play the guitar.
Yeah.
I own an Oscar Schmidt and it's been in my cupboard for I think months. So I that hobby is dusted already
Yeah.
until the
This
end.
guitar came
Yeah,
out feed. Yeah.
I'm like playing it every day, and to be honest, I only discovered the the Nova Go system audio Bluetooth. I didn't
Okay.
I didn't know how to Bluetooth the music like from my Spotify to the speaker. I got to
Okay.
know
I'll
like,
later on that.
damn, this is really fun.
Unfortunately, due to some audio glitches, I asked Richard to introduce himself and share his journey to becoming Director of Global Marketing at Enya Music. I also asked him to provide a brief overview of Enya Music for those unfamiliar with the brand, including its history and the type of instruments they produce. It is worth mentioning that Richard's professional background is quite interesting. Before joining Enya Music, he actually worked in the
That's a very
insurance
boring job.
industry.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, I know. Everybody was like, "Oh, is she really?" Yeah,
Okay.
I work in an insurance company. It's a really boring job. It has nothing to do with music. Then one day, one of a friend of a friend called me, said, "Do you want to come to my company?" It was actually a pedal company. Hotone is actually a great brand from China, and
Mhm.
I work on there. That's my first step into the musical instrument industry. I was in charge of the marketing job, and I made some video that looks really interesting. And then the director at Enya saw my video. It was like, okay, can you come work further? We really enjoy your video. We appreciate your ability and your insights on marketing, and we want you to be in our team. I was like, okay, cool. I was looking for something new in my career path, so I chose Enya and came to the company like 5 years ago. Yeah, it's
Mm.
my fifth company now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's basically my journey to Enya. Then, within this 5 years, we've been through a lot of things, thick and thin, blood and sweat and tears and all that. And now I finally got my own team. It's like the global marketing. Now I'm leading a small team working on mainly now for influencer marketing now. I guess that's how you discover us. We
Yeah.
contact people on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook to try out our stuff and post content on that, and it ends up in your feed, and then you decide to do this podcast with us. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That's been
Uh,
the journey.
I because I believe in people will be when they see me play this guitar, the Nova Ghost Sonic, they'll be like, and yeah, they know Gibson, they know Fender and all
Yeah,
that stuff, but not all will know Enya. So that's why I created that video, and it's gonna be stretched into a series. And not only that, I want people to know the brand as well. So yeah, that's why this podcast is for you guys. And
as
I
to grow.
hope it will, get
Thanks,
people
Jeff.
to be like, "Mm, I'm fucking excited for
Yeah,
this." Pardon my French, bro.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We started this business like 13 years ago, but I wasn't there. I joined the company 5 years ago. But at first, the company was doing ukuleles. Back then, mainly in China, ukulele was like a upcoming instrument.
Yeah.
A lot of people wanted to buy them, so we started from that, and we're starting to make traditional wooden ukuleles, and then we started let's do something new, and we started innovation on the material that is used in the ukulele. We started using like alternative material like HPL, high pressure laminated material for ukulele, because that will solve the problem of the cracking of the wood. you
Mm-mm.
know China is a big country. The temperature, the weather condition, the climate changes from different province, so we solve that problem. That's the first step of innovation. Then we think, okay, what can we do next? We partnered up with the Minion, the cartoon character from Universal Studio, the Minions, and we started
Minions.
a product with the Minions. But with that product, we have the fingerboard that can identify your playing. It can show you where to play, and it can tell you whether you're playing correct to the tab or you're playing wrong. Because we partnered up with another company to develop this app. This app could, identifies. It can listen to what you play. It can identify if it matches the correct note. That really helped with a lot of people learning the ukulele instrument. That's the second step, the biggest step. Then we started, move on to the guitar side. We're thinking we can use HPL material for ukulele. Why can't we make guitar with that? So we started our first guitar product, the X1, and then we just keep on, evolving on the material of the instrument. Then it came to carbon fiber, which is the main product line. The primary product of our product category now are all use carbon fiber composite material as the material of the instrument. So it's like when the year I joined the company, it's 2019, we started this carbon fiber product. First, it was ukulele as well, the Nova U, the one that looks like a Les Paul but is a ukulele, but all made of carbon fiber. That's the things going wild. From then we decided, okay, we're gonna keep on doing this innovative style of business. We cannot just make traditional instrument with wood. That is one way of doing musical guitar business, but eventually the wood is going to die out, and people are you're not going to compete with traditional brand like Martin or Taylor, Fender,
Yeah.
Ibanez, Gibson, all those brands. You need to do
Yep.
something new, something different.
Yeah.
We need to find our own angle. That's carbon fiber. That's innovation. After the ukulele in a Les Paul shape, we're thinking, okay, that's all carbon fiber. A ukulele Les Paul shape. Why can't we just make a guitar like that? It's this one. This is the
Yeah.
Noah Go.
Yeah. I
That's
saw that.
yeah. This one was like a wildly popular in the U.S. market now, probably overall over the world, because this
Mhm.
is really convenient. It has a smaller body. It's, it stays stable. A lot of people saying they can leave the guitar in their cars and leave their cars under the sun.
And it
Really hot,
won't.
the guitar wouldn't change at all. They were,
Yeah.
holy shit, that's crazy. No guitar to do that. We are the brand that offer product like that. Then we're thinking, okay, we got an acoustic guitar that looks like a Les Paul. Then we can do something different. That's the next G line. That's the next G line started. Because we're thinking after the material, what's the next step for innovation? We're thinking,
Mhm.
okay, a lot of people are playing acoustic instrument, but their sound was limited to the acoustic sound of the instrument.
Mhm.
How can we expand that? Okay, we put a speaker, a whole sound system into that with audio algorithms, presets and stuff, and the speaker. That's next G1. After next G1 came to the market, it was received well. People love it. We're thinking, okay, we do something new on the next G2. We introduce more, advanced features like looping and drum machine into the this model. This is an SG line. After the SG line, we're thinking, okay, that's a still acoustic guitar, even though it
Yeah.
looks like this. That is a still acoustic guitar. What can we
Yeah.
do next? Then the electric guitar. That's what we end up here is an electric guitar. The Nova
Nova
goes.
goes Sonic.
Yeah, this one was really cool. I look at the shape, all the
It's-
contour, all
That's
the line.
very beautiful, man.
Yeah, that's basically how we started business and how we got here. Step by step. That's the journey. of the
Yeah,
company.
that's why I'm like I've been out of the guitar music scene, and then like just 2024, and then when I saw the Nova Go Sonic, I was like, I fell
Whoa,
in love with
something.
it. I know
Uh,
for a seasoned guitarist, probably, but they will be like, not my type. But like
yeah,
for me, I appreciate new tech, new, innovation. And at the same time, I was like struggling to have, no, I don't carry my acoustic guitar around, and I travel a lot. And sometimes you just want to jam, you know,
yeah, yeah,
10-15 minutes, distress, play some tunes. I don't want to set up all my,
yeah,
amplifier, my
yeah,
pedals. So the Nova Go Sonics solved that problem for people like me. You
yeah.
know, I bet there are others out there who's just like me. They just
Totally.
want to jam
Yeah,
anytime,
yeah,
anywhere.
exactly.
It's not
Conv-
heavy.
Yeah, the convenient part of the product is what really impressed people. People are actually calling the guitar the ultimate couch guitar. I think we're gonna, start some, marketing campaigns, promoting this idea of the ultimate couch guitar. You can
Mhm.
basically turn on the guitar with the amp here. You can jam on your couch. That's the main scenario for this guitar. Yeah,
Okay,
totally correct.
that's I'm like really impressed with the design, the sound. And when I received the guitar, I didn't have high expectations. I'm like, I've been playing a lot of guitars. My most favorite is the semi hollow ES335.
Oh
And
yeah.
going to ES335 to this, some people will be like, nah, it's not my type. But I'm like excited because damn, I have more time with playing with my guitar.
Like I mentioned before, the convenience part of the guitar is the main selling point. It's not only for beginners, because for beginners you have a lot to learn before you can understand what tone is, what Fender amp sounds like, what Soldano amp sounds like.
True.
You don't have the time. During though that learning curve could be really long. A lot
Yes.
of people just drop out from
True.
that part. Yeah, that's happens to me because that too much information came to me. I was like, okay, Fender have different model amp. The different sounds different. What's the
Yes.
difference? I got to listen to tons of records to find out the difference.
Yep.
Beginners normally they don't need that. That's only for professional musicians. So for
Mhm.
beginners, they just need something that's accessible, that's easy to use, that is always there. You can grab and play. That's what we offer. Because letting them keep up playing the instrument, letting them, do not give up the instrument. That's what I think that's more important than in their learning journey, in their guitar journey. You just keep on playing. In there got to be somewhere you become fatigued with the instrument. You become tired
True.
of the instrument. You're
Yep.
thinking that's much to learn. We are. I think we want to be by there, telling you it's not that difficult. It's not that much of trouble. You can just pick up the guitar and play. That's for the beginner part because we have presets. We have you can experiment on. We have a speaker inside. You don't have to learn the whole guitar rig. But for most of the guitars, the seasoned guitar player, for more experienced users, they actually some of them start thinking, okay, this is gimmicky. You're just putting a
Yeah.
lot of into this guitar. It's not actually a guitar. I will not record with this guitar. For those players, you were not supposed to record with this guitar unless you have a really specific requirement for your tone. You know exactly what you want your tone, and this
Yes.
guitar up that tone, you can record with it. Otherwise, go to your Fender, go to your Gibson. This guitar
Yes.
is mainly for that use scenario. This is mainly for people like you. You decided because of all the hassle, all the trouble, you decided to give up playing on guitar, but we
Yep.
provide an accessible instrument. We provide the convenience. Actually, a lot of influencers talking to us saying that, okay, I thought it was gimmicky at first. Then I don't know how. I just cannot stop playing with it. I said,
Yeah.
that's your aha moment of the product.
True.
That's when you realize the value of this, because something so accessible, something so convenient, something so easy to use, you can play everywhere. Just grab to you and sit on a couch and start playing. That's what we're offering with a lot of features, especially for the Bluetooth speaker feature of the guitar. That I believe that's what values the most to the professional or experienced players, because they can jam along, or they create a loop from their Ableton, from their Cubase and stuff like that. They
Mhm.
load, they play the loop from the speaker. They can start their solo ideas. That's what matters more. What matters to them. This is a creative tool. It's
Yep.
not a guitar you chill with. This is something you create with. Once you have an idea of a solo or of a piece of music on your mind, you can record it with the USB Type C, the USB OTG function
Mhm.
directly into your phone. That's also convenience. The convenience that designed for beginners, the convenience designed for seasoned musicians. That's what this guitar can offer. It's really easy. It makes things easy, because when things are getting hard, you drop out. When things are getting
True.
easy, you on using. That's basically what we're trying to achieve with this guitar.
That's why some guitar beginners, they probably like, nah, I'm gonna stop this hobby because it's too hard.
Yeah,
I don't know where to start. And
yeah,
I experienced that back then in the 90s. You know, 90s you don't have YouTube and all that stuff.
yeah.
So
I know.
I'm 40 years old right now. Back then I remember, struggling, you know, which electric guitars, what's oh, okay, I
What's
got
the
an
difference?
electric guitar,
What's
and
the
then
difference? Yeah,
what's the amp, the effects. Oh man, I don't play it professionally, but I love the hobby. My favorite bands like Oasis, Green
oh,
Day, yeah, Blur, and all that stuff. And I listen different kind of music as well.
more guitar brand is gonna embrace the idea of introducing technology into their product. The basic model, like the Fender Strat, maybe like the Player 2 they have just released, or the Gibson Chord, standard series. They could stand that way all the time.
Yep.
People will buy. But
Mhm.
something when they decide to do something new, when the big giant in the industry seeing a market was shifted to the more convenience, this type of direction, they will do something new. I think basically start from our smaller brand in the industry. We had to figure out an angle to go against the giants. David
Yes.
versus
Yes.
Goliath. You had to find your own angle, and that's what we're doing. But more and more people are realize this thing is not gimmicky. This actually bring value, and more brand is going to adopt this idea. I think to then, with technology being really advanced, maybe every day, that's a great thing for the music industry. I remember like a year ago when the YouTube guitar community reporting the NAM, they were like, okay, just the guitar, Fender is releasing a new Fender, Gibson releasing a new Gibson, music a new music man. Nobody is doing something new.
Yeah,
If
it's been the
you
same.
don't, yeah, if you don't do something new, eventually it dies out.
Yeah.
Someone has to be that pioneer. We're glad and we're honored to be the pioneer in the industry, and we want to keep on doing that, because innovation is actually a part of our brand DNA. It's so deeply incorporated into our brand philosophy that we're going to keep on this innovating route, this path. Now we're innovating with putting a speaker inside of guitar. What's next? I don't know. The R&D department don't let me come to their office to, to make.
I
I don't
wanted to
know.
ask you
Yeah,
wanted to
there are
ask you all that questions later on, but yeah, it's understand. That's the thing. I'm a marketing person as well. Oh yeah, I used to work as a marketeer in a company back then, and then when I saw this product, I'm like, wow, this is unique.
yeah.
I take all whatever, like I say, when I play the guitar, I'm like, my expectations not that high. I'm like, you guys have something different. That's why I put in my video, the future of guitar has arrived. I know
Yeah,
people will be
or
like, no, no. I understand people out there will be like, no, it has, don't change this. But yeah, we're in 2024, you know, you have
it's
AI, you have this,
AI. Yeah,
and you need to probably do something different. If you're gonna follow the same brand, if let's say Enya gonna follow something like Gibson, and then what makes you different from Gibson and your own company? It's
yeah.
just the same company. That's why I saw Enya is like, oh, this is different from the rest.
Yeah, totally. To compete with those brand, business from a completely business standpoint of view. But other than that, we still believe we're bringing value to the customers with all the innovation, all the innovative features. Right now, from the market of feedback, I think we have achieved some part of that purpose. Now, people are really finding this thing having value to their daily musical life, and we're happy to see that because that's what we started doing in the first place. It's nice to see what you plan to do and you make it happen.
Okay, before I forget, I have actually some feedbacks. Some users they mentioned about the app. Okay,
Yeah.
will you guys be constantly updating the app as well?
Yeah, we're constantly updating the app. All of our instrument now is so deeply dependent on the app because you can tweak and customize the sound. You can use the app to connect to you use the app to connect the guitar wirelessly, like playing backing track, Bluetooth, all that stuff. All our hardware now are so linked with the software.
Mhm.
We have to update the app. Otherwise, it's like Tesla cars. If you buy Tesla, basically the hardware is the same, but you pay different price tier to have access to get access to different software level,
Mhm.
which give you more different functionality and features. That's what we're trying to do, but we're not saying we're gonna make a paid version of that. But we just
I was about to ask you. Okay, I don't mind paying for an in-app upgrade of probably Tube Screamer.
that's what we're getting at. That's what we're getting at. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that our hardware is so deeply linked
Link.
with the software. But other than that, we with the software you can expand the capability of the hardware.
Mhm.
That's the point of developing the app because the app could be evolving all the time. But once the guitar reach your doll, when it's out of the factory, we cannot do anything, physically upgrade to the guitar. But with the app, the guitar is actually evolving. That's what we're trying to say. And as you mentioned, the AI technology, that's a very possible future with a window or a section in the app saying putting the prompt.
Mhm.
Maybe I want
Yes.
a ACDC tone with the Marshall Plasty tone sounds like ACDC. I want that preset, and
Yeah.
you pull out that prompt and then came up with the preset. That's
Yes.
a possible future, yeah. But
I'm like excited for
I
that, man.
remember, yeah, I remember our R&D department trying to test some of those prompts. But it's different. Not that AI for guitar, profiling is not actually there. They're trying to use GPT to write a code for Tube Screamer. Yeah, they
Mm,
actually do, but doesn't sound that. It requires a lot of
I understand.
involvement. Yeah, if you want to do that, we gotta have a new AI department set up for that. That's maybe not the step to take right now, but in the future, when AI technology is more accessible, that's what basically what all the AI technology is going for. More easy to use, everyone can use. When it comes to that part, I think it's a sure thing we're gonna incorporate the AI idea in our product. That's so in the future. We can see that, but right now the AI is not quite there. If you ask, Mid Journey to draw people, doing playing guitar, look at their hands. That
Yeah,
would be really creepy, So AI is not quite there, but when it gets there, when it's accessible at a really low cost, I believe we're gonna do something with that.
it sounds exciting. I'm like looking forward to the developments. And
I asked
okay,
Richard a
so
question that I think every aspiring guitarist wants to know. What's the most important piece of advice he can offer when it comes to dedication and development as a player?
Let me put that way. Always remember music is the best thing out there, probably. You always remind yourself of that. Anytime you want to give up, anything you want, okay, music is too hard for me. I want to credit all those scales. Just remember the first time you feel the excitement from music. For me, it happens really early in my musical journey.
really,
whenever that happens, you feel hard and you don't want to keep on working on music. Always remember that moment. That moment is so precious. It's gonna solve all the negative energy. It will tell you to hold on because you have something to work for. You have something to fight for. That beautiful moment. I actually remember one time I was with a band. We were playing like straight for 3 days. Like
hold
eight
on.
gig.
You play guitar as well?
Yeah, I play guitar.
Okay.
I play blues. I'm gonna do you some BB King stuff.
All right, all right.
Okay, I play with a band. We played like straight 3 days straight. We were like exhausting because we're a small band. We have to carry all the stuff. The guitars. I carry two guitars because we want for backup. I carry like a line six. A big pedal board that's so heavy.
Yep.
We were exhausting doing all those 3 days. Back and back gigs. But when it comes to the last gig, the last gig was held by one of our friends. We were like, we're just gonna have some fun. You don't have to worry about the audience reaction. And we're like, okay, this gig is gonna be easy. But we're still too tired. We're still so tired. We don't even want to, want to get out of the car. We just want to stay in the car and do the stuff. Get over with it all as fast as possible. But when we came to the venue, going out of our vehicle, going to the venue, when my guitar plugged into the amp, when I strum a E chord, everything goes away. All the exhaustion, all the negative thoughts on music. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing something that is so tiring, so weary? All those questions goes away because
Yep.
that E chord was so full and was so dynamic. You
I
have the
understand.
low, you have the crispy end. And when I strummed that E chord, the bass player played the E note
Yeah.
and the drum kicking with some pattern, and we started to jam. That's a really beautiful moment. That's when I realized when everything goes down, when everything goes south, when everything didn't go as the way you expect them to be, you still have music.
Mm, true.
I think that's for all the musicians to remember that, acknowledge that fact. When everything can go against you, you always have music. Remember that excitement, remember that thrill, remember that golden minute, golden moment in the music. That will power you to go through all the difficulties of playing music. For producers, maybe when they cannot get new orders, for them to produce music, they're okay. I'm gonna drop out. I'm gonna get a real job, get something. No, the real job is not gonna give you that kind of excitement. Sometimes you need to remind yourself of that. For musicians, for beginning musicians learning to play well, they need to remember that. Sometimes when they trying to drop out, they need to remember there's something so beautiful ahead. Just keep on practicing. You will always get those pentatonic box. That's not that hard. That's the most valuable lesson when it comes to me. So music is the backup for everything to me. That's my advice. Always remember that for musicians.
Right. Thank you so much. That's like inspiring. Let me see.
I asked Richard, as a director, what's the most rewarding part of working with Enya music?
The most rewarding part is to see what we're doing here actually serves a purpose for bringing value to customer. To translate that to see it more like human beings, like when people like our stuff, when people find excitement playing our instrument, that's the most rewarding part. And as for the being director part of this question is some of that part is because our marketing operation that amplifies and spread the value of this instrument, that people learn about these product, they decide to buy them back and then find something beautiful with the product. The initial drive, the initial interest is from us. I think that's for marketing team to be so rewarding. Some people buy the product, they love it, but how do they find the product is our job. I
Yeah.
think for the marketing part of the music company, that's rewarding. Other than that, you're working in a company that producing guitar. Guitar has been all my life. I played guitar when I was 8 years old, probably.
Wow.
No, no, 10 years old. I've been playing guitar for more than 20 years. So big chunk of my life, and decided to link my career with the guitar. That is already rewarding. And other than that, about the marketing part, marketing is a really interesting job. If you enjoy story, if you enjoy music, if you enjoy movie, the cinematography, and reading literature, if you pull them all, combine them together, that's marketing. Basically, we're trying to convince people to believe something is good. That's the part. That's the beautiful part, rewarding part of marketing. It linked several of my interests together. This job. That's what I love most about this job.
Cool, cool. Great to hear. So, okay, we're gonna go to, okay, let's talk about gear. We all love our effects pedals. What are
Okay.
some of your favorites and most interesting effects you've used on your guitar?
In your guitar, on our guitar, let me see. Because for this Novago Sonic, we don't offer that much of choice, and now we only offer like 10 effects blocks. But among them, I enjoyed the octave. You
Mm,
know, the octave. We have incorporated the octave part as a preset of all our effects chain and
mm,
effects chain. And I enjoy playing octave because I play rock and roll. For
wow.
rock and roll, you're using octave. Sometimes it makes your guitar sounds bigger. Sounds like a guitar and a bass playing together. Especially when you're putting the octave with the fuzz pedal. Oh my
Yep.
god, you got that your black, white stripes,
Yep.
Jack White, stuff
Yep.
like that. It could be so powerful, and it could be playing one person playing as a whole band.
And
So
yeah.
powerful, so punchy, dynamic. That's what I love about effects. So most exciting effects I use on this guitar is the octave, and with some high gain stuff. But for my own band, when I was playing the band, really enjoy using like the octave fuzz. When you're doing octave fuzz, that thing, I don't know how do they make the effects happen. When you're using octave fuzz, your tone, every note you're playing, just feels like it's alive. It has a soul. It's like talking to you. That's what I love. Why I love that effect, and that's my favorite effects.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Hold on. Let me see again. Okay, rapid fire question. Acoustic or electric?
Always electric.
Same, same. Probably you show them what's octave, so people out there understand what the fuck is octave. Yeah.
Let me try to connect this guitar. Trying to dial. Let me do that.
We all know about octave, but there, people, trying to go into this hobby, let them understand.
Okay.
It's
Octave is basically you're generating a note that is one octave higher and or one octave lower than the original note. That's what that's about. Let me see. I'm using.
Enya
Oh,
App
that
as well.
they're not. Oh, okay. I'm using the foreign version of the app, and
Mm.
the foreign version that doesn't have the octave right now. I believe they're gonna incorporate later. So I'm gonna grab a different guitar, an SG guitar, to
Okay.
show that.
All right.
So if you want to move on to the next question, we can do the
Yeah.
next question.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Sure.
gonna
Sure.
tone demonstration, back then. Other than that,
Someone is just starting their musical journey. What are some key factors they should consider when choosing their first
uh,
Enya guitar?
for choosing Enya guitar, the factor was like, do you want to play electric or
Acoustic.
acoustic? That basically that's the. If you want to play electric, we only have one guitar. If you want to play acoustic guitar, we have several options. But for all the guitarists, for all the beginner players, they want to start playing the instrument. They always need to figure out electric or acoustic. Just like your flat that quick question you asked me, because electric and acoustic they serve different scenarios. They bring different tones. They bring different playing experience. Find out what you love. Find out what you're passionate about. What you really want to play, and play that one. That's from
Say, for example, if I want to learn acoustic, so what would you recommend me in the list of Enya guitars?
for acoustic. I think.
Budget. Okay, my budget range is so and so.
What's your budget level?
Probably for an acoustic, 200 ish.
200. Okay, 200 is. I think you should go with this one. This is the Nova Go. This is Nova Go
Okay,
version,
cool.
not Go Sonic. But 200, you have a preamp here. This guitar is actually really small. It's actually smaller body than a full 40 inch full size guitar. And this one has the contour really easy to hold, and the fretwork, the neck just goes well for beginners to play.
Mm.
The price is in range, and the other thing is the most important thing that is this guitar needs almost no maintenance. You don't have to worry about the guitar crack or the neck bending. That could be a huge bummer for beginner guitarists. The
Yeah.
gear is not stable. But with this type of guitar, that's not going to be an issue. It's always going to stay there. But that's what we're trying to say. This guitar, people say this is a travel guitar, but it's actually great for beginner players. It sounds crispy and clean.
Sounds super cool.
Yeah, I will recommend this one. Yeah.
All right, I'm sold. I'm sold. So just the Nova Go? Is it the Nova Go?
The Nova Go. This is Nova Go SP1. We have a Nova Go Mini. We have a Nova Go Acoustic. What you get is this a nice strumming sound, really comfortable to play and really stable across all type of conditions. That's what that guitar is designed for, and it was mainly adopted as a travel guitar. After that, we're thinking people saying, okay, what if I want to gig with that guitar? Well, if you want to gig with a guitar, you gotta have like a 40-inch jack, so you can go into the PA or speaker system. That's what we decided. If we want to put a pickup into the guitar, make it giggable. Why do we just put on presets into it? That's why we decided to introduce this SP1 pickup system. It has like four presets already built into this guitar. So whenever you decided to go from the corning jack to a speaker, these presets are usable through that. So people love gigging with it because it's really light. Carbon fiber is now like wood; it's really light.
Yeah.
People like carrying this guitar around the gig. Maybe for small acoustic gig, the guitar is perfect. And after that, people saying, okay, sometimes I just want to go out, taking a guitar out on a travel, maybe into the wild, into the woods, by the riverside or stuff like that. I want that guitar to be really small, easy to carry, so easy to carry. That's why we shrink the size of this guitar to a more compact version, which is the Nova Go Mini. It has no pickup system. It's at the bare acoustic guitar with more compact size, like four, like how to say it's 30-inch, really small guitar. You can see that guitar is a large ukulele, a super large ukulele, stuff like that.
What about the X3,
Okay,
X4
I
Pro?
have the S4 there. I'm gonna grab it. So I'm gonna get up and grab it.
Okay.
This is the S4 model. This is
Hmm.
it's so large. This is like a full size, acoustic guitar.
Acoustic
This
guitar.
is
Okay. X4 Pro, is it?
Yeah, and what we were talking when we were making this guitar, we put the sound hole here.
Mhm.
The sound hole here will do something to the acoustic structure, of the guitar. So the guitar sounds unexpectedly huge, loud, and warm and dynamic. I
Hmm.
don't want to pick up by the microphone of the laptop, but if you're playing guitar right by your side, the guitar is loud, it's huge, it's warm. This is actually like a recording level. This is a pro recording grade level of guitar. We have like several really professional musicians loving this guitar. They use guitar in their tour and in their recording sessions. After the X4, we introduced S4. We introduced X3. X3 is the big difference is the material is a little bit different, and the main difference is the sound hole is from the regular area.
Yeah.
Some regular area you can install, and the S3 is more accessible from a price point for the price.
Mhm.
People are thinking about buying a full carbon fiber acoustic guitar, but this guitar style, so we're sold like $700, but S3 was like three and less than $400. People are if you want to test what carbon fiber electric acoustic guitar sound like, then we can buy S3. That's what that guitar is for.
So all these guitars you can connect to the same Enya app as well.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, I believe S3 and S4. S3 you can clamp. S4 you cannot. S4
Mhm.
uses a different style of pickup system. But for
See.
S3, for Noah Go, for Sonic, for SG, you can all connect them to the app. But I think we're gonna upgrade the X4 to the app. This is a sure thing. We're gonna do sometime in the future.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Nice. I love playing guitar. It's so good.
Yeah. Man, lucky I don't have any guitar around here. I'm
We
at
can
my brother's place. Show the audience some music.
music. Okay.
You want to
Uh,
play some music?
I think we can do that. Let's do something with the Sonic
Yeah.
with BB King. I promise you, BB King lick. So if
Right.
you want to play BB King,
Mhm.
you can only with one note to sound like BB King. If you're playing a blues track in E, you only need one note, which is this. That's BB King.
Mm.
That's what it all takes for doing BB King. But for BB King, you always play, major and minor pentatonic. They combine them together, something like stuff like that. I play blues for a long time. I love blues.
I love blues, man. But I'm not a pro.
Yeah, and for this This is how you actually do some rock.
Hmm.
Rock
You know,
and
guys,
roll.
wait. You know, guys, you're lucky to see someone from Enya playing this guitar right now in front of you. You know, I'm like
Yeah,
honored to have this. So play a bit more. Play a bit more.
yeah. From musician for musicians.
Yes.
Ah, fuck it up. Fuck it up.
All
Just five
right.
minutes. Right,
It
yeah.
is Richard. Thank you so much for your time. You know, having this conversation with
No problem.
someone that you don't know,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I'm
now
like,
we know each
yeah,
other.
that's why I want to have that bridge with the company, and you have the content creators as well, and
Yeah,
like because I don't want to see like you guys put in that effort. All this costs money. You
yeah,
guys sending a guitar to, let's say for example, me, costs money. So I want to
yeah,
make sure that it's not a one-off. Fortunately, also I'm not a guitar channel.
yeah,
I don't have plans to review a Gibson or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
So that's
We
why I
are.
want to feature more of Enya and
Yeah,
the technology as well, because my channel is more on tech
yeah,
and it has synergy. This
yeah,
I'm like happy that we can have this conversation, and to be honest, it's the first time as well. And like really, Richard, thank you so much,
yeah.
for I'm honored to have a brand, having you guys are the first in my season 2.
Okay, no problem. And I also want to say thank you too, because first time this is my first time to do a podcast. It's really exciting. It's a great, a lot of fun to do it. But other than that, for for market from a marketing standpoint of view, when you're marketing a brand, when you're marketing a product,
Duck.
people are not just buying the product. People are making a promise with the brand.
Mm.
I trust your brand. I paid money for the product from the brand, which means I trust the brand. So eventually, it's the brand that finally make the customer to convert. From a marketing standpoint of view. So compared to only promoting the product. We always want our influencer, collaborating influencers, to focus more on the brand. We sometimes even put that into their email, saying, "Okay, this is a little introduction of our brand. Would you please put the brand part into the content?" Some of them are gracious to do. We're happy that they agree to do so. Some of them don't. But for you, you are doing a podcast to mainly focusing on the brand part. That's what
Yeah,
it's looking for. And
because you can, to me it's like for a video creator, I can't do a 1 hour video.
yeah,
People get bored, so why not I just let's do a series of episodes. And then I was
yeah,
telling Julia, episode 4.5, let's bring someone in your
no
team.
problem. Okay,
Then I was like happy when she said, "Yeah, you're on board with this." I'm like
totally.
expecting you guys. No, no, no. I'm shy. I'm shy. No, no, no. But it would be a great,
No, 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 I'm not.
because if for me, if I don't believe in a brand, I'm not gonna even sell it and then promote it. That's when I saw when I received this guitar, I was like, damn, this is really good. I'm like, I'm gonna do probably till the end of the year. I'm gonna do some videos all the way till the end of the year. I plan to travel and then
Okay,
try to bring the guitar along.
okay, you definitely don't do that.
Yeah,
That's what
so
for take up on the road.
yeah, that's why I want to do this podcast so people out there know what's Enya music is all about and who's behind. At least we have you to represent someone. You know, probably I think this is the only clip online. You know, we have an Enya stuff.
People put guitar,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's why I'm like excited. I was like, at the same time, how do I do this podcast? I'm like, I've never do this OBS thing. This is my first time doing this. I'm like, oh my god. But again, yeah, thank you so much, Richard. Probably you want to say,
Anytime, if you want to do a future podcast, just keep
of
that.
course, of course.
We'll
You,
always be delighted if you wanted to do that. No problem.
if you have other products like in the pipeline in the future, to keep us in the loop. I really hope other
No
content
problem.
creators out there at the same time, like I appreciate like brands like you working with influencers, content creators. Some companies be like, nah, 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 I'm not. I probably like
Yeah.
give you a discount. It's not
Uh,
the this.
if we can do the job, but we have
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah.
A lot of brands like
It's
that, but
it's a risk as well. It's a risk. So sometimes you might not get what you want. Probably you give this guitar to someone, and then like what I mentioned earlier, this person probably do 15-second video, and then oh, and my product. But of
yeah,
course, like I do sales marketing years ago, so I understand. And then now doing content creation,
by the brand, yeah,
I wanna, all right, let's work with the brand that I believe, I receive daily, products, wanna sponsor me. But if I don't believe in the product, what for I sell this to someone when I don't believe in it. So
yeah.
I would be very proud to like tell my friends or whoever. I'm like, bro, just buy this guitar, bro. Don't
But,
don't take too much.
yeah. And we do have an affiliate program in our new website now, and you can contact Julia for more
Yeah,
information detail on that. If
yeah,
you really want to recommend people, we would like to go into our affiliate program. That will be really helpful.
yeah. Thank you so much for that. And say hi to Julia as well, and say hi to everyone in the team. I'm like,
Yes,
shit.
your family as well.
Okay, so we're gonna sign off. Thank you so
Okay,
much, Richard. Okay. I'm gonna edit this later on. Okay. Thank you so much,
yeah,
sir. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.